Hey guys, all right, so it's 80 degrees and smoke haze, perfect weather to go into the bees, right? So anyways, I do need to go out because they are actually bearding on one of the hives. Most likely just means that it's too hot and humid in there and they're trying to regulate the temperature in there, but it could also mean that they're running out of space. And I know that it's my signal basically to come down here and check to see if they need to add another box. So I'm going to have you guys come along. We're going to check out each of the hives, most likely add a box on the top. We're not going in. I'm a very minimalist natural beekeeper. I leave them be, literally, and I just kind of give them space when they need it, but I don't go and search for the hive or take things apart unless it was absolutely necessary or if I was extracting honey. So I kind of just leave them alone. So we're just going to go ahead and get started. I like to wear this around. See how these flyaway hairs? Not fun when you are in the bee suit and you can't actually get to your face to itch anything or to scratch anything, and then it's in the way. So I just wear this just to help. So I've got my pants on, I've got my suit that we're gonna put on here, and mine's just a half suit. I got my boots on, and we're gonna go in there and check out the ladies and see how they're doing. So let's suit up and let's go.
Welcome to the Roots Revival with Food Prude, where we're going back to our roots and learning old-fashioned ways in a modern world. Hi, I'm Laura Lawrence, and I'm glad you're here with me.
So here we have our three hives, our east, west, and middle. And you can see that middle one is bearding on the front of the hive there. So that's why it's kind of gives me my signal to come out here and probably give them extra space. Make sure that there's not much more I can do to cool them off except to remove the whole entire bottom thing, but sometimes that invites other bees to rob and stuff, so I just kind of leave it on the wider one. So let's go in and check some of these bad boys out. Okay, we're going into the first hive here. I forgot my microphone this time, so hopefully you guys can hear everything good enough. Just removing the weight for the wind to keep everything here. And we're just going to open up this bad boy. Take a look inside. So we're going to pop the top cover off here and then do this board. We're going to see if there's a lot of activity. Here's some bees on here. They're actually building some wax on there. I'm just going to carefully, very methodically, very slow, move this around. There's actually some really great propolis. I'm going to have to try to get some of this. Excuse me, honey. Hold on. I want to get some of that. You got some right here for me. This is super medicinal. Let's have to make a pile of it and save it. That's their hygiene. This is how they keep things clean. But I'm just gonna take a couple chunks, tincture that up. So we're seeing all the bees here. There's a lot of bees on all the frames, and I'm looking to see if they're capping. They've done a lot of work on the wax, and they are very full up in here. They definitely need another box. So I've got an empty one here that actually has a frame or two of leftover honey from a previous hive. So I'm going to give them this so they have a lot of room to expand. Again, I'm not opening up anything else. I'm just going to simply reassemble my lids and say thank you, ladies, you sweet little things. Put this back on. Make sure that it is pushed forward so that the entryway is have the airflow. There's a little tiny hole on the front. Let's go check out the next hive. All right, so now we're in the middle hive. Move my propolis back over in the original one. I'm gonna remove the cement block. There's actually a bumblebee trying to get in and hang out with all these guys. I don't know what they're hungry or what's going on. You can already see bees coming out of here. So we're gonna pop this open. Well, they're sealing that sucker shut. Ooh. All right, yeah. So we are very full in this hive. That's why they're bearding. It's too hot for them in there. We don't want them to leave. We want to make sure we give them extra room. So I'm just kind of looking, listening, saying hi, ladies. I love you. Just being respectful of them. Just looking, observing what's going on. Yeah, lots of lots of capped honey, so this sucker is full. They definitely need this other box. And we got some earwigs up in here. Oh, they're so sweet. All right, so let's careful not to squish them. Make sure it's on nice and even. And simply put your tool down. Put this back on. But here, let's take a look at some of these bees on there. Let's watch them for a little bit. That's a drone. That one's a drone. He's a little bit bigger. So that's a boy bee. We've got little baby bees that probably just hatched. We've got some bigger ones. We've noticed a lot of blonder bees that are out foraging right now. Must just be the type. Yep, looking good, ladies. So let's cover it up very carefully. All right, we're at the last hive. Super quick inspections. Just checking on them. Best hive tool around with this type of tool with this. Sometimes they're just two flat ends. This one with this one helps really get out the frames when you need to get into the actual boxes and frames. So we're just gonna unglue. They're trying to seal everything up to protect it. So that's why I don't like coming in a lot either, just because, you know, they don't want that. Put the bees down. There isn't as many bees at the top, but there's a lot of capped frames, which means they have covered a lot of the honey with their wax. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a little bit of this propolis, just so I can do a little something with it. Okay. So just a little bit. See that brown stuff? Propolis. And I'm going to go ahead and give this frame, or this hive, another box, just because I can see so much capped honey already just without even looking. I'm wondering about this particular hive, if they're not partaking in the very bottom one, but I won't really know, maybe ever, because I'm not going to take and deconstruct it. I'm just going to work with what they're giving me, and there are some beautiful, beautiful things in there. Let me get the camera actually up closer. All right. Probably hard to see, but there is some really nice looking frames and really nice docile ladies just doing their thing. I've been so thrilled with these bees. They've been so nice and easy to work with. Hopefully. Take a look at their bearding. You can actually see there's a lot of activity going in and out. There's pollen on their legs. They're just trying to cool down their hive. That extra box should definitely help them out, so that's good. Well, thanks guys for joining with me today out here in the aviary. It was a quick little visit just to make sure, just to say hi to them. Look at the top to see if anything weird is going on or anything like that. They're looking really good. That middle hive is definitely going to be my bigger type of hive. It was hot in there. I love going out to the bees. Any of you guys beekeepers, have you ever thought about going to the bees? If you're my mom, it scares the crap out of her and she'll never do it, but something about it is so calming, and it's just zen when you're in there, as long as you don't bring some anxiety to it. Or sometimes when I started getting anxious while I'm in there working with the bees, look at my hair, gotta love that, they start to get anxious and they feel my energy, and then I feel them, and then I have to stop and I literally just pray to just calm and let me finish my job, you know, because it's, you know, if you bring it in the day's anxiety, or like working with the bees, like some people are so easy going with it, and sometimes it gives me a little anxiety because, you know, they have stung me before and completely my fault, but so it kind of brings it back a little bit. So I have to make sure I just zen out and chill with them, and then they respect that, and then you respect them even more, and they're just really fun. So if you have listened to me in my awesome video today, just kidding, thank you for being here with me. I really appreciate it. The channel is growing. I've been showing homesteading for so long, but the channel is slowly growing, and it's just really exciting to see the people who keep coming back and the ones that you guys comment and stuff like that. That really helps out everything. So if you can make any kind of comment, I would love to be able to hear anything about bees in particular. Check out my other videos about bees. We've got the homesteading. I do a lot of sourdough videos too, so lots of stuff on my channel. But just feeling blessed that you're here with me today, so thank you very much.